day.
So what were the police doing? Were they just around the property, or were they being aggressive?
No, the police were stating they had the property surrounded. They were using an audio acoustic device. I'm not sure of the nature of the device. However, it emits a shrill, high-pitched whistle, something like a break-in alarm at a commercial premises. This thing nearly burst my eardrums when I heard it over the phone. So
For what purpose? To get him out?
Okay, well, I spoke to the police area commander at 3 o'clock in the morning because I tried to defuse the situation. And I said, well, my question was the same as yours. And I said, why are you using an acoustic device on a man who is harmless, curled up in a fetal position on his bedroom floor, praying for salvation, praying to God that people would leave him alone? Why are you using this on him? The police commander's statement to me, and I've included this in a formal statement, was we use this equipment to provoke a response. So
provoke a response? Why would you want to provoke a response? Wouldn't you be trying to de-escalate the situation?
My words exactly. I said to the officer, the commander, I said, how about you pull back, de-escalate the situation, allow the man to get some peace in his head, calm down. He's very emotional. As I said, I was in communication via device with him. I said, he's very emotional. He's not dangerous. He informed me he wanted to hurt nobody. He had no intention whatsoever, and I trust this man, would have trusted this man with my life, with my family's life.
And there was no one else in the home?
There was no one else in the home. He was there by himself, lying silent on the floor. He told me he's silent.
All of a sudden, just after 8 o'clock in the morning, although police officially say no shots were fired,
correct,
Harrison's body was found inside the home, and police say there are no suspicious circumstances, which is code for he killed himself with a shot to the head.
That's what they're saying. Now, at 4:30 in the morning, after many hours of having this equipment used on him and having all sorts of stuff, neighbours were screaming at the time in other houses to shut the noise down, mind you. Stephen said to me, he said, I'm so tired, I can't take this torture anymore. He said, I just wanted to go to sleep, was one of his replies. And he said, tell everybody in the party I love them. God bless you. And I said, God bless you, Stephen. And the call was ended. And that was 4:30 in the morning. And then, as you say, the police have released that at 8:30 they've gone in and found him deceased from a gunshot wound. So if no shots were fired, I've got a few questions. And some of my questions are directed at our police commissioner in Queensland, who stated after a recent event not involved with anything to do with this, which they pinned on conspiracy theorists, the police commissioner stated publicly on the mainstream media, conspiracy theorists, we're coming for you, we will hunt you down. And that was Katarina Carroll, the Queensland Police.
Yeah, I've seen all of that coverage, and it makes sense that you would fear that because of that call to arms, that police are being a little bit over-aggressive towards people they would consider to be conspiracists.
My requests to offer assistance in calming the situation were refused. I offered to come in and mediate. No, not interested. The man's father, who I called, was outside sitting in a police car. They didn't allow him to talk. They didn't give him a loudspeaker.
What?
Instead, they did not allow the father to communicate with him, even though he was lying inside quietly listening to what they were doing. And I don't have any understanding as to why they would have apparently a police negotiator yelling, "Hey, buddy, turn a light on and come on out. We're not going to hurt you." Excuse me, but this man was a man with 3 university degrees, an intellectual. He'd make you a cup of tea. If you were hungry, he'd cook you dinner. This is not the kind of person, this is not a hopped up drug addict whacked out on ice who's going to run out with a machete.
Exactly. This seems very odd indeed, and I would have thought the Queensland government should be calling an inquiry separate from police to work out exactly what happened and exactly whether some of the tactics used by police during the siege may have caused him to do what he did, or what we've been told he did to himself. I can't go any further than that because we can't start accusing people of killing this bloke, but I do think that there's enough doubt about what has been concluded by police for some kind of inquiry, don't you?
Well, I agree. I understand it, but what I'm saying and I'm repeating is his words. The man is now dead, so technically it's hearsay, but the man expressed to me the opinion that he wouldn't make the night out. He said, they will kill me. It's 100% political. And he stated to me also that he said they're taking out people who have intellectual capacity, so the rest of us know nothing. This man had 6,000 books lining his shelves on laws dating back to God knows when. He could tell you what King Charles I ate for breakfast.
Okay, all right, let's leave it there, Brent. I've run out of time as well, but we've got to keep in touch and we've got to put continued pressure on the Queensland government to look into this from another angle. I thank you very much for your time. I know you're upset because he was a working colleague and his family very upset, as you've told me off air. All the very best, and thank you for telling us about it.